Hey everybody, welcome to our team call. Today is October 6th and we are joined by the lovely Vanessa Casullo, one of my Beachbody trip buddies, friends. So a little bit about Vanessa, we're just going to jump right in because I know it's late and I don't want to take too much of our time. Vanessa and I met, I want to say probably one of the first times on one of the Success Club trips. If not, it was probably on a Super Saturday. So that just shows like the importance of going to events and attending events. She is an awesome, amazing person. She's super fun and a great leader for her team, Velocity Fitness. She's the founder of that team. She is a mom of two beautiful little toddlers. She's the wife to Rocco, who's super fun too. And he's always partying up on our Success Club trips. She is a 3-star diamond in her first business center. She is a 1-star in her second, a diamond in her second. She was an attorney and she went full-time Beachbody in June 2014. She is a Success Club 5 and 10 All-Star, so that means 12 months in Success Club 5 and then 12 months in 10. She's a Success Club 5 Legend, so that's 24 months and hitting Success Club 5 consistently. Like I mentioned, she's the founder of Velocity Fitness, that's her team. She is a member of the Miami Market Council, so all the people who plan the Super Saturdays down here south and other events for Beachbody, she's part of that team. So thank you for all that, all your hard work. Like I said, we met most likely, or at least bonded the most at the Success Club trips. The first one being the cruise in Cancun. We got to hang out a lot there. We also hang out in Summit and the other trips after that. So we had the cruise, then we had Cancun, and now we'll be heading on another cruise in a few months. So that's exciting. She's really great, very sweet, awesome person, awesome leader. And yeah, I will get started with our questions if you have nothing else to add to that. Did I miss anything, Vanessa? Or I think I got it all right.
Did you forget Disney?
Oh, Disney.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't earn my spot to Disney, so I kind of like don't include that. But yeah, you were at Disney, you're right. We got to hang out there too. I think maybe that's probably the first time we met.
Yeah.
But like the first time we actually like hung out and stuff was probably on the cruise.
Yes.
When Rocco was hitting up the casinos and we were getting drinks together.
Yep. You were my date.
Yeah. But okay, so I'm gonna get started with our questions and ask you, how did you get started with Team Beachbody?
So after my first baby, I couldn't lose the last, I think it was like 11 or 12 pounds. And I kept seeing Christina post about Shakeology. And then finally I asked her, what is it? Because I was drinking the shakes at the gym and you know how they're chalky and thick and just gross. I couldn't swallow it anymore. So I messaged her and she said, just try it, go to my website. And I was like, I'm okay. Then she posted an event. I'm hosting a little tasting party at my house. Come over and let me know. And I went and I tasted greenberry because I didn't like the chocolate. And I liked it. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should give this a try to see if I can lose this weight. Of course, I didn't order till January. I went in October. I didn't order till 3 months later. And I was hooked with Shakeology ever since. So that's how it started for me. I was a discount coach. I did not want to do the business at all. Very skeptical as a lawyer. I was like, this is a pyramid scheme. Just going to drink the shakes. And later on, Christina convinced me to get the discount because I was drinking shakes for like 4 months in a row. And I got the discount. And again, I was like, listen, I'm not doing this business. You're doing great. Congratulations, but I'm good. And then I bought Insanity with the discount. And she sent me a message on Facebook. Congratulations. Insanity's on its way. I'm like, how does she know that? Obviously, she sees her orders in her back office. And I was a little like weird, like that weirded out. That's kind of weird. And I committed to 60 days of Insanity, got in the best shape of my life, went on a cruise with my family, rocked that bikini, and posted my pictures. And people were like, what are you doing? I want to do it. And I was like, oh, you can get it for me. Oh, okay. And that's when the business clicked for me. I was like, I can actually, and even then I wasn't a business builder. I was just kind of like a hobby coach. Mm-hmm. So that's how it started for me.
Thank you for sharing. And you were one of Christina's first coaches, right?
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Well, her first coach apparently quit on her. I think I came in after and took somebody's spot.
Yeah.
I've been with her since the beginning. And like I said, at the beginning, I didn't believe that this was a legitimate business, and I didn't embrace it.
Mhm. So leading up to my next question, what was your big aha moment, or what happened that made you realize and understand the opportunity with the business?
So for me, my big aha moment, because I was so inconsistent. I mean, I learned how to make Success Club and I earned the Disney trip. But back then it was only 9 months out of the year and you needed 9 new coaches. So I did that. But of course it didn't have to be every single month. So I was inconsistent and I was already about to quit. And then Lindsay Matway came to our Super Saturday. I think it was two Januaries ago. And her story really, really like touched me. It was, that's why events are so important. And I was crying in the stands. She talked about her story and how it has impacted her financially as a person and as a leader. And I was like, okay, because I remember I literally prayed. I was like, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I should go all in. And I was like, you know what? This is my last Super Saturday. I'm just going to check it out. Let's see what happens. And I left there on fire and I went all in. And that was the year that we went on the cruise.
Awesome. So, and then a little while after that, you retired full time. You took the leap of faith and
a year after that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I was a diamond. I went back to diamond right before the cruise. And then I came back from the cruise. I went 1 star. And then by the end of the year, I was 3 star.
Amazing. Yeah. Awesome. And you're pushing for 5, right?
Yes. Yep. An elite.
Yay. How exciting. You go, girl. You can do it. You. I believe in you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So next question, what's the core activity you engage in that has grown your business the most?
I have to say Success Club. If I would not have done Success Club every single month, I probably would have quit, or I probably would have not continued moving forward with my business. And I made myself a goal, the 1 new coach a month was a great goal, but then I started saying to myself, why can't it be 3 out of the 5 that I help? So I make it a goal to, have 3 to 5 new coaches every month and then 10 or more successful points. And my income has drastically increased since I started hitting 10 or more. Plus my team has blown up because you're bringing in so many new coaches every month. And then, of course, there's the saturation rate and there's the retention rate. So some people are going to stick around and some people are not. As long as you share your story and you tell these people that, you tell these new coaches the opportunity, if they want to do it, they'll do it. If they don't, they don't. But at least you shared it. So that has been by far what has moved my business forward. If there's a day, Paulina, that I'm super busy, my kids are sick, and I just can't get any work done, the first thing I do is reach out to 3 people and invite them just to, hey, listen, I've been thinking about you. Do you want to join? Or I'll just message them. Like those are the main things I do every day. Awesome.
I love how you went from like a scarcity mentality to realizing why not? Why not go for go big or go home? There's enough people to help. There's enough people to reach out to. Instead of just setting your goal for that 1 coach a month or successful 5, why not shoot for 10? Why not shoot for 3 to 5 coaches? There's, it's all about just doing big and going for it. So thanks for sharing.
There's over 2 million people in the world, so we're never going to run out of people to help.
Yes, for sure. So next question is, looking back, would you have done anything differently when starting out? Or is there anything you wish you would have known back then what you know now?
Yes, that's a great question. And for me, I look back and I wish I would have given this business a full shot from day one, because I was so skeptical and I was so, I put walls up and I didn't want to believe it. I just wanted the discount. That's it. I was selfish. I just wanted my body back and I just wanted to look good again in a bikini. And I didn't think like a CEO. I thought like an employee. I was just like, I'm going to work every day. I'm fine. I have my job. I'm a lawyer. I have my little baby. I'm good. But instead of thinking bigger and seeing the big picture and seeing this could be at a minimum supplemental income for me for another for another cruise, for like, we go to Disney 4 or 5 times a year now. I didn't think that way. And to be honest with you, I wish I would have at least said, hey, this can be free vacation or free gas or, I don't know, just extra income, period. I wish I would have thought that way. At the beginning, I was just kind of discount and just putting my toe in the water and seeing what happens. If I would have hit it hard from the beginning, I would have probably been a lot further along in my business.
Great, thank you for sharing. And if you could just touch upon the difference between a CEO mentality versus employee mentality.
Absolutely.
Beneficial.
An employee mentality is just somebody who does what they're told, and they do the bare minimums, and they don't care about becoming better, being better, or crushing the last goal they hit. Because an employee mentality, they always, I mean, we're all like, as Americans, we're accustomed to going to work, given skills, given a job duty, and just performing at that level. We're never told, hey, you can go beyond that and get promoted. And if you are, some people are scared to get promoted because they don't want that much responsibility. So everybody puts their head down, they do their job, and blame other people. Blame the CEO or blame the boss when something goes wrong. Hey, it wasn't me. You told me what to do, and that's what I did. A CEO mentality is, when things go wrong, you find solutions. You don't panic. You don't blame other people. You're the boss, and you have to figure it out. And you show up every day, even when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, when your kids are sick. When chaos is going on all around you, you have to remain calm. And CEO, instead of panicking when like, let's say 21 Day Fix goes on back order, we find solutions. We help people stay excited and continue the momentum. It's a different way of thinking. It's kind of a business mindset. So for me, that clicked 100% when I left my job as a lawyer, because when I was doing both, it was hard to focus 100% on the business. I was still doing the 3 vital behaviors, and I was still recruiting like crazy and trying my best to teach my team. But now that it's full time, that's my main focus. I have to tell myself I'm the CEO and I'm going to make this work. And I tell my team the same thing. I tell them, listen, when I'm here to guide you, I'm not your boss. But you have to remember that we find solutions, we figure it out together. So that's the difference.
I love that. I love taking ownership, taking responsibility, and just doing it. Like, being resourceful is not, asking for permission to do something. You go out, you find solutions, you make it happen. Awesome. Okay. So, how do you promote your challenges, your business opportunity calls, sneak peeks? Do you have any tips for getting people engaged and interested?
Yes, I have a calendar and I stick to it, because that way my team stays focused and they know, hey, on the third and fourth week of the month, we start recruiting. The first 2 weeks of the month, it's challenge groups. So we do we'll do something free for 7 days, and that brings us new people to help with challenge groups for the following week. And as far as sneak peeks and business opportunities, do you mean how do I promote them on Facebook, or how do procedurally?
Yeah, like how do you get people into your groups or on your calls?
Okay, so I do what Melanie says, Melanie Mitro. For the business opportunity, I will post usually the Sunday before that Thursday that I'm going to speak on my business opportunity webinar. It's peak time around 8 or 9 p.m. here in the East Coast. It'll be 6 p.m. in the West Coast. So moms are usually winding down and putting their babies. So my target market is moms. So that's my niche. So that's who I want to attract. So I will target that market, and I will try to post at their peak times. And when I post, I try to look for girl bosses that are like me. So I want someone who's going to be determined, who's going to be a go-getter, who's not going to have excuses, who's going to figure it out. Someone who's going to work hard. So when I make a post, I make it like I'm talking to myself. I will also share my story really, really short. And then I will post a picture, an image of me like on stage at Summit this past year with Can I Be a Coach and the time. And then Melanie says to do this, and I've been doing it. It works. Every day I'll post a similar picture inviting someone to the webinar, and the day of the webinar I'll post again, because people miss it or they forget, but it might finally catch their interest. I heard a statistic that it takes like 7 times or 17 times for someone to see something before they're like, oh yeah, I'm interested. As far as sneak peeks, I always tag my leaders, and I tell them in our group page to invite. I have a sneak peek that's always open because sometimes people want to know about the business opportunity, so we'll throw them in there. But I think it's like a week before the sneak peek opens, I take down all the videos and then I start posting them again on the 3 days. It's a 3-day. I call it the sideline passes because of football. And same thing. I'll post the Sunday before, and then I'll post every day until we begin. So I usually do those at the end of the month. That way it brings in a new group of people the next month.
Yeah, I love how you're very intentional. Like you said, you're trying to bring in people that are like you, who have similar characteristics like you, who are determined, girl bosses, who are passionate, who are motivated. Have you done that avatar exercise?
I have.
Listed out. Okay. Has that benefited you in like helping recruit challengers and potential coaches?
Yes. I have a girl who just signed up this month, and she is amazing. She's a girl boss. She is determined, and it's because I've been posting business. Like I always try to throw in the business in every post that I have. Like, oh look, I'm going to my son's sick, but guess what? I don't have to call in sick. I don't have to take time off. This is the life by design. So I post stuff like that, and I also post stuff that's girl boss stuff. Like I love being my girl boss. I'm sitting by the pool today, or something like that. So I always throw it out there, or sprinkle it. You know what they said, Summit, breadcrumb your story and breadcrumb people to you that are like you.
Awesome, I love that. I think those are some pretty great tips to help us with our posts and just being more intentional about who we're trying to attract instead of just, being very general and saying like, I want 10 people. Like, no, like being specific. No. I want 10 girls who are looking to do this and that, and you know what I mean? Like getting those people in and getting them interested.
Avatar really works.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. Just write 10 traits that you love about yourself, that the type of coach that you want on your team. And when you post that for either a challenge group or a business call, pretend like you're talking to that girl.
I love that. I think that's great. I need to actually do that exercise. All right. So girls, that's one more to do. Gotta get that done. All right. So next is, do you have any systems in place for onboarding new coaches or training your team in general?
Yes. So because I was recruiting so many coaches at once, it was hard to get everybody at the same time because I have California girls, Arizona girls. I have some girls in Canada. So what I did was I did one big call where I think it was 5 of us, and I recorded it just like this in a Zoom call, and I did a screen share. So I have that GSR that if we can't get together at the same time, I'll send them to that. And once they watch that GSR, and I go over my websites, I go over EFT, I go over everything. Once they watch that, and I give them a quick quiz, make sure they watched it, I will talk to them on the phone less than 10 minutes because we're busy. I'm not sure if you ladies are working or not, but it's hard to find time if you have at least 3 people a month to GSR them and to spend an hour with them. So 10, 15 minutes, I'll say I have only like 10 minutes. So let's, I don't want to take up your time, make it about them. And I will talk to them about their why. Always, always, always. That's important. I need to know why this business is important to you. Why is this going to make your life better? And dig deep. And then I always talk about Success Club and how it's going to help them have their Shakeology paid for. And then I'll say if you get 2 people to join you with the VIP membership, you can potentially start earning income immediately every week, depending on how the entire team goes. And I keep it short and simple, and that's my onboarding. And of course, I plug them in to a Coach Basics right away. I have a Coach Basics once a month, beginning of the month, every month. And the team knows that. So whenever they sign up new coaches, they plug them in. I have systems. That's what's been working for me best.
Awesome. Can you just mention, you said the VIP membership?
Yes.
I know what it is, but can you tell my girls what it is and how that's helped you, I guess, recruit new coaches and new people into the business?
Yes. So because people are so intimidated by the word coach, and I learned this the hard way. A lot of people were like, I don't want to do what you do. I'm not selling. I'm not promoting. And I used to feel the same way. I don't say coach anymore. I just say, hey, listen, I think you'd be interested in getting the same discount I get. It's waived if you get it with your challenge pack. It's considered a VIP discount. So next month, your shakes will be $115 total versus $130. And I know you're going to love Shakeology. If you don't, you let me know. I'll help you cancel. That's it. And 95% of the people I talk to say, yeah, sure. Why, who doesn't want a discount? Yeah. So I keep it very simple. And I offer it to them. Hey, you should get the same discount as me. It's a VIP discount. You'll get your shakes next month for $115 total. If for whatever reason, 10 days before your shake's about to ship again, you don't like it, let's talk and we can cancel it or delay it or whatever. That's it.
Awesome. And for that, how do you kind of, I guess, sort out who is just strictly a discount VIP member or someone who is potentially a business builder and who needs to be trained? Do you offer a GSR for everyone, or is it just the people who are actually approaching you or telling you that they want to do business? For
sure, if they're interested in the business, I make time for them. I'm going to make sure they get onboarded correctly and they learn the business immediately so they can hit the road, the road hard and go hard. If it's somebody who's wishy-washy, is not sure, you never know. I have a girl, I don't know if she's on the call or not, Alicia. She is killing it. She's doing amazing. And when she first started, she was just a challenger. And I approached her every so often, mentioned, hey, listen, if you're interested, you can earn income. And she was like, sounds great. I'm not interested. Month 3 or month 2, I think she said, all right, I'm going on it, all in. And she's been doing awesome. So what I do is I always offer dessert. Something I learned from Leanne. I don't know if you remember her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She said, I always offer dessert, or I always offer coffee is what they say. And I always say, hey, listen, I know you're just going to work out and get fit, but if you're interested, you could also supplement your income. Let me know and I'll give you more info. That's it. Just planting the seed. If they say, yeah, give me more info, then I go into the second tier and I'll say, you can get your Shakeology paid for if you help 3 people. And, it's a longer process I want to go over with you with more time. So just let me know when's a good time and we'll go over it. And obviously get them set up as a coach, make them watch the GSR video. And then I always send the welcome letter. And then we do a GSR with their why and then Success Club and all that.
Awesome.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, for sure. It does. Okay. Definitely. Thank you. I just had a quick question. Does anyone ever give you an objection when they're, let's say, signing up as a VIP member and they have to put in their social?
Yes.
Do they ever tell you, like, why do I have to do that? Okay, how do you?
Yes. So I try to, excuse me. I try to diffuse that objection up front. I always say to them, okay, good, let's get there. Are you there? It's going to ask you for your social security. Just so you know, Beachbody is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't worry about your information. It's not going to be sold. It's 100% protected. And if you feel uncomfortable, you can always use a tax ID because they know that if you're using a tax ID, this is legit. It's for companies as well. If they're like, well, I don't want to give my information, I'm not comfortable, I say to them, well, the social security number is to make sure you're not a robot because sometimes there's other people out there creating fake accounts. And it's to protect Beachbody because they have to turn in their tax returns at the end of the year. So I use 3 different reasons. Most of the time they're like, oh, okay, all right, that's fine. If they're like adamant, I ask them why do you feel uncomfortable? I try to explain it to them again. And, but usually it's not an issue. And I tell them when you call in, they're not going to ask for your social. They're going to ask for the last 4. So it's not an issue.
Cool. Thank you. So next question is, how do you balance your business along with other responsibilities such as having another job, which you did when you started, your family, your home, your kids, social life, etc.?
Great question. For those of you who are working, I highly recommend that you take 2 hours out of your day or an hour and break it up. That's what I did, and I learned this from my sponsor, Christina. I was like, how are you doing this? We're both lawyers. We both have like a lot of work. How do you do it? And she told me what I'm going to tell you. Wake up early, get your workout in, and do a little bit of work. And what work means, I would Hootsuite all my posts for the day. I would post in my challenge groups. Yeah, it was early, but my challengers will get to it when they get to it. And at lunch, I would follow up and I would invite people. Then when I got home, when I put the babies to bed, I would continue my follow-ups and continue inviting. So total, I would do an hour and a half per day. That's not much. That included my workout, by the way. Now, I have to have hours. I usually, when I'm going to get the kids, that's it. That Beachbody is turned off because I want to be with my kids. I want to be a mom. I want to be present 100%, not on the phone. And then when I drop them off at school, I dedicate to my challengers, to my team, and to inviting people to join the next challenge group. So it's not a lot of work. It's not a lot of hours, but you have to have hours. If not, you're going to be scattered and you're going to be feel unorganized, and you're going to feel like you got nothing accomplished. So if you tell yourself, all right, tomorrow I have to be at work at 8. I'm going to get up at 6 and do 30 minutes of follow-ups. Like, what am I going to say to this person and whatever. And at lunch, you can follow up. And I always recommend doing a power hour if you can, because that's focused time where you're inviting, you're following up, and you're offering the business opportunity. So the power hour really, really makes a difference, and that's what I stick to.
Okay. So on average, how many hours are you working now, like a day?
I average with inviting people, I do an hour and just inviting, following up. That's it.
Just
the rest of the time. It ranges. Sometimes I do more because I want to invite more people. Sometimes I invite 30 people a day. It depends. Sometimes it's just 5. Like the past 5 days, I've been really busy with sick kids. So I've just been able to invite 3 to 5 people a day. And I have to go to doctor's visits and I have to get my workout in. Mm-hmm. So it depends. I don't want it to take over my life. I want it to give me life. So I make sure I follow up with everybody. I have a list. I write everything down because if I don't, I will forget. If you're a spreadsheet person, you want to put that in a spreadsheet. I'm not a spreadsheet person. So I write it all down and I go back and I review who I've talked to, who showed interest. And of course I use Becky's scripts and I use the power of 3. It works. My power hour is power of 3. Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah. And if you don't know what it is, it's on YouTube. Look up power of 3. It's in our group too. In the file section, I posted it. So just in case you haven't used it yet, you can have a refresher. All right. Thank you, Vanessa. Very enlightening. So next question is, what's your favorite personal development book or audio?
Okay, so when I feel like I have no energy and I'm not motivated and I feel down in the dumps, I've had a bad day or something, I listen to Les Brown. He always picks me up. He always gives me fire. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Snap out of it. You know, it's like he really, really does a great job getting me inspired and motivated. I also like Joel Osteen for audio because I can do it while I'm inviting people. It gives me inspiration, positivity, you know, you're meant for greatness, don't live in mediocrity, that type of attitude. As far as books, I highly, highly recommend, if you haven't read it already, Slight Edge, The Compound Effect, and The First Steps to Wealth by Danny Johnson. Those are my top 3 favorite. Anything Joel Osteen, of course, is amazing. You're going to get a lot out of it. But as far as business and personal development, those are my top 3.
Awesome. Thanks. So what's one action you recommend we do right now that will help us move our businesses forward?
I would say to you, whatever's holding you back, whatever things that have happened to you that are bad, or even if around you everything's just chaotic, put your blinders on. Focus for at least 20 to 30 minutes and just give it 100% and listen to personal development while you do it. If you invite 3 people a day to your challenge group, and don't even call it a challenge group, just say, hey, I want to stay accountable. If you do that one vital behavior, your business will be successful. If you can't work out and you can't drink your Shakeology and you can't read personal development or listen to it, if you invite people with a positive attitude and you're motivating and you don't get upset when they tell you no and you're always very positive on Facebook, if you do that, that's the one vital behavior that I think will always move your business forward.
Great. Thank
I
you.
hope that helps.
Yes, it does. So we're going to be sending our invites tonight and then making our list. and doing follow-ups right in the morning or at lunch. So my last question for you is, what are you most proud of? And this doesn't have to be Beachbody specific.
What am I most proud of? Being a mom, just being a mom of two little ones and being present in their life. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry because before I never saw them. And when I did, yeah, I felt great winning trials and it felt great having a huge income. But I was so empty inside and I felt like an awful failure as a mom. So now I am most proud of, I can pick them. I mean, they've been getting sick so often. It's that time, I guess. And I've been able to be there with them. And they can look at me in the eyes and say, Mommy, I need your help. And I can be there. And not my mom or a friend or some stranger picking them up. So that's what I'm most proud of. As far as Beachbody has given me that chance, that opportunity. So I'm grateful every day. And I thank God every day for this opportunity.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And you're an amazing mom. So.
Thank you.
Yes. Do you have any final words for us? Just,
Final words. Don't give up. It's going to get hard. You're going to want to quit. You're going to think to yourself, this is not for you. You're going to say, I'm doing something wrong. Why am I not moving up in rank, or why am I not making that much money? First of all, it's that time of the year where everything slows down. People don't want to commit. People don't want to, they don't want to spend money. But I promise you, if you reap now and you plant the seeds now for hammer and chisel, January through August next year is going to be explosive. So my final words to you are just put your blinders on and keep going. Don't look back. Don't look to your side. Just look forward. And if you have a strong why, you're going to do amazing. And like my why is my kids. So find your strong why.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you again for being on our call.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Does anyone have a question for Vanessa? Are you guys good? Good. Thumbs up if you're good. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you again. I really appreciate you spending time with us and sharing your little nuggets with us. I think it was very beneficial. You're an awesome person. I love you. You know.
Thank you.
So we can take our final picture and call it a night, and I will send you the recording in the morning. Everybody, smile. Awesome. Thank you, Vanessa.
Great. Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
Of course. And everybody, like Vanessa said, invite Success Club and just being consistent, like going all in whenever you set that time to your power hour, making your list and just sticking to it. Like she said, she was like ready to quit and give up. But I mean, how much different would your life be right now if you would have just called it quits? Like, you would have been, a successful lawyer, but like you said, like you wouldn't be there for your kids how you want to be there for them every single day and every single minute. And that's like really powerful. So digging deep and figuring out what your why is and what's driving you and what you want to accomplish through this amazing opportunity. It's been said before on one of our Super Saturdays through like Amy Coppola said it, that this is our solution. So whatever you want in life, like Beachbody is your solution. So just go out there, make it happen, and let's kick butt. It's October 6th. There's plenty of time to get those invites out, getting those challenge groups started, doing sneak peeks, getting coaches on board, and just rocking it. And if you're not in Miami for Super Saturday, you need to get your booty over to a Super Saturday in your area. Check the coach online office to make sure where the nearest one to you is. And so thank you all for joining us. And this is a great call. Hold on 1 second. There's something. Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.